Lent, as we begin the first Sunday of Lent. This is the gospel text you and I come across to reflect and meditate upon the temptations of Jesus. We all know that today you and I are very often tempted more than ever before in this country, in this beautiful land. Given the situation in the country, from one hand, there's a severe economic crisis we face, and on the other, there prevails a decadence of morality and religiosity in this blessed land. When we look around our society, it looks like survival of the fittest or the strongest seems to be the order of the day. People who are having clear and good conscience suffer most in this sin-ruptured society. People who try to live by religious teachings, uphold moral values and human values, are in dilemma in the face of temptations, not knowing what to do. They feel very scrupulous. They experience helplessness and vulnerability in the face of temptations in this sin-ruptured society. And you witness that more than me, as you live in this society, in your working place, even in the church circle. As priests, we encounter helpless, vulnerable penitents who try their best and hard to resist temptations, but they fail again and again. They want to live lives that are pleasing to God and to one another. They strive hard, but they fail again and again. Many say that, "Father, I know it is wrong. I feel guilty taking bribe and giving bribe. But I cannot look after my family in today's context because my salary is not enough. What am I to do? Tell me." I know, Father, God will never forgive me. I know that. I live with that guilt. I had to terminate my pregnancy because we cannot welcome another child to our family. Already we have 5 children. But I feel very guilty. I cannot resist the temptation of stealing from master's house, Father, because I see the poverty in my family. I need to feed my poor children. I see the wastage of my master's house. Tell me, is it wrong? I had to sell my body and soul to get a promotion, Father. I regret today. We encounter such helpless, vulnerable penitents at the confessional, at times with their tears. It looks like people who are having good conscience suffer most, as I said at the very beginning, in today's society. Whereas there's a segment of people who live their lives as if they have no conscience, they have no morality, do not respect human values. They are ready to kill, they are ready to rob, they are ready to lie in order to survive in this society. My dear friends in Jesus Christ, I tell you this morning, as we are going to reflect on this gospel text, the temptation of Jesus, temptation of any kind in itself is not sin. But giving into temptation, surrendering ourselves to temptation could lead to sin. In a way, I believe temptation is a good sign, good indicator to know three things in our life. One is that we are spiritually alive. I'm spiritually alive, I feel guilty. My conscience speaks. Temptation is a good sign, good indicator. The second is, I have a clear, good, healthy conscience. And the third is, I still encounter God and His words at the depths of my heart, deep in my heart. God speaks to me and says, yes, you are doing something wrong. Get away. As Jesus said to the Satan, get away, Satan. You cannot tempt me. Look at the gospel today. Jesus was tempted not just 3 times. Jesus was tempted many a times because He was a man of God. He was very close to His Father. He was in communion with His Father. The tempter wanted to rupture, break that relationship. Remember that tempter is not coming from outside. Devil is not coming from outside. It is coming from within. And that is what Jesus said in the Gospel of Matthew. What enters your mouth will not defile you, but what comes out of your mouth originates from within your heart. Evil intentions, fornication, adultery, jealousy, anger, theft. We can keep on adding to the list. Coming from within. It is our response to the world realities. Yes, people are robbing. Am I also going to join them? People are lying. Am I going to join them? People are gossiping. Am I going to join them? Jesus faced such realities. Tempter gave within. Here is the power and authority exercised now to dominate. Jesus gave God-centered answers as a man of God. Here is a stone, turn them to loaves and eat. Temptation come from flesh. He said, no. Man does not live by bread alone, but every word that comes from the mouth of God. God-centered answer. Our problem is, do we try to resist temptation and evil by our human effort alone? We cannot do that. As followers of Jesus, we need to resist our temptations as God-centered people, Jesus-centered people. Our answer should be Jesus-centered, divine words to temptations, certainly then we can be victorious. Let us together, as vulnerable, fragile, sinful human beings, ask the Lord to help you and me, at least during these 40 days, as we journey during this Lent, to experience newness of life. Let's ask Him, deliver us from all evil. Do not lead us to temptation. Lord, help us, because we are unworthy human beings. Let this be our prayer during this Holy Eucharist, in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy